Thanks so much, Jeff. Now, there was only one game we've seen so far that featured both steampunk bobbies and killer werewolves. From the Order 1866, please welcome Rue from Ready. Rue, thanks so much for joining us. A big surprise announcement of a new IP yesterday. This is very exciting, and as we were talking about, trailer looked fantastic. We'll show it here in a minute, but let's set the stage. What is this game all about?
This game actually is the first IP that Ready at Dawn is putting out. We've been working for about 10 years trying to, build ourselves to bring our own ideas basically to console. And this trailer is about this game, The Order 1886. What we wanted to do with it is really bring a new visual touch and also a new, setting to the game world, where we felt like there wasn't really any game like this ever been done before.
Right. Now let's talk a little bit about the core of the game. What are you guys talking about? Is this a third-person shooter? I mean, based on what we've seen, it seemed like there's going to be some team mechanics and things like that. What are you saying about the actual gameplay?
We're not talking much about the gameplay because it's the first reveal, but it is a third-person action adventure.
Okay.
That's the core of what we started to build. But beyond that, we are not yet revealing a lot of details on gameplay.
So you have a completely blank canvas, and as you said, this is a huge thing for your studio. Yeah. Talk about why it was important to land on this setting. What was it about it that turned you guys on in terms of making a project like this?
The thing was that when we started looking at what we wanted to do as a studio, what we wanted to bring to the table, I personally have been a huge history buff, since I was growing up, and the thing was that we really adhered to the fact that some of the best stories ever told in our world have always been based on reality.
Right.
We oftentimes, build fiction, science fiction, and all that stuff, but the reality of it is that there's no more interesting stories than our history.
Right.
And we really wanted to take that and give it a twist, and a twist that people didn't expect.
Right. Okay. Well, and in terms of the setting, and in terms of, the order right there suggests that there's some sort of group or organization that is trying to overcome. We mentioned, and what we saw, these creatures. What can you tell us about the creatures that are in the trailer? That they seem pretty mysterious, but also pretty lethal.
Yes, they are.
Right now, some action.
Absolutely, they are pretty lethal, and we're not revealing much about them. But all I can tell you is that it's an ancient foe that humanity has been fighting for quite a while.
Okay.
And as you mentioned, the Order, the name of the game itself actually is about this order, the members of which you see here, a few of them you see here, and it's an order that has been around for a long time, that has been waging an old struggle that's been going on against this ancient foe.
Now, this game's coming to PS4, and
yes,
you guys talked a little bit about wanting to develop something that's unique for you. What do you think defines a next generation third-person game like this in terms of gameplay? I mean, a lot of people, when next-gen consoles come out, they think, oh, well, better graphics and this, that, and the other thing. But what is really going to define this genre in the next generation, according to you guys?
I can't really talk about it, sorry, but I can't really talk about it right now purely because it is part of what we're developing design-wise, for the moment-to-moment, experience of the game. What I can tell you, for example, is that what we wanted to bring to the PS4 was something we felt hasn't been seen in games before, which was a very filmic aspect to the game. If you see from the trailer, a lot of things that we've done technology-wise, we've tried to emulate a lot of things that exist today in cinematography,
right.
Camera work, full-screen effects, and all that stuff, that really bring a different visual and different way of experiencing the game to the player than what they've been accustomed to before. As you can see also from the trailer is running in anamorphic 2.4, but that's also the way the game runs. Okay. We really wanted to bring something that people were accustomed to in their real life when they watch a movie, and really have them see that again in a game.
Yes, and that's a key point because, the voice of GT, Brandon Jones, has his show, Trailer Academy, which breaks this stuff down. Mm-hmm. And one of the pet peeves is showing things in the trailer that doesn't make it into the game. Yeah. Is that one of your philosophies with how you, because this was your opportunity to present it to the world, did you want to show something that was factual and accurate as to what we will experience in the title? Absolutely,
and I think that was one of the other driving forces. The reason why we didn't make this game before, and we had a chance to actually build our own IP in the past few years, but we never felt that the hardware was there to really do what we wanted. And this is the first time we feel that we would be able to emulate, not only emulate, have exactly a one-to-one experience from cinematic to gameplay. And as you can see, what you see here actually is in-game, it's in-engine, and it's going to be running like this on the game itself. And you won't see any breaks, any change in models or anything like that. and we wanted to make a seamless experience all the way through.
Yeah, and one of the things we saw in the trailer was, kind of the uniqueness of the weapons. They're, kind of tied to the time period, but also something that had mystery to it. Is that something that you feel is important to this project, is to make gunplay and the action stand out from anything we've seen before?
Yes, absolutely. And the tricky part about it is, of course, that when you have science fiction, you can always invent whatever you want.
Right.
But what we did here is that we wanted technology to feel believable in everything that we did here. And funnily enough, I mean, you look at most of the weapons we built and you look at the intricacies of all the parts that we put into a weapon, and they're all made out of things that did exist at the time.
Right.
It's just that you wouldn't have seen them in that fashion.
Sure.
And that was very important for us to basically build weapons that, some of the most foremost minds of the times of the post-industrial revolution Europe would have built in our alternate universe.
So did you and the team do some research on what existed at that point and kind of put your own spin on it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's been, the guys have been just working day and night, really thinking about how to make this always believable. And every time we err on the side, we push it too far and we feel like it's going to get a little bit too, crazy to put in that kind of world. We're trying to pull it back and we try to make it so that it feels grounded in the reality that we lived already through.
Yeah. Now, we did see multiple characters, and we're seeing them right now in the trailer. Is it safe to assume that you might have more than one playable character, or is this a story that centers around one main protagonist?
I can't really talk about it right now, but yes, there is.
You right
yeah,
now.
I know you are, and thank you for that. Thanks a lot. But there is going to be a focus on some characters, as you see in the game, but we haven't talked much about exactly how the gameplay is going to go for each of those.
Now, and I want to go back real fast just to the fact that you guys have a brand new IP. Did you land on this right away? Did you know this was the game that we wanted to make? Or did you have kind of some other ideas and then you ultimately came back around to what has ended up to be the order?
I want to say that this is what we wanted to do from the very beginning. Some of these ideas were brewing, internally inside the team for years. I mean, since we started practically, we've been around for 10 years, and we, slowly building, writing little stories, and getting little ideas. That happened since the very beginning. So we knew where we were gearing ourselves towards, and I think that the culmination was when we really put a package to it. Before we even signed the project, we kind of pitched it to the team. And seeing the team just automatically get attracted to this thing, and it was like, yeah, that's the game we want to make, was unbelievable. And that's when we felt this is the right thing for us. This is the one we want to go and pitch to Sony, and they signed it.
And where is the game at in development right now? It's very early, just announced, yes. and obviously not a lot of details, but where is it at? And are you targeting a release next year, or is this a 2015 thing, or what?
We still haven't announced release, but the game is in pre-production right now. We're pushing on every single side, still to make things better than what they are right now. But we got some ways to go still.
All right. Well, you guys definitely have an opportunity to corner the market on horse carriage combat. I just want to throw that out there. That could be extremely exciting with the next-gen physics.
That's a good idea.
It's a good idea, right? All right. We appreciate you so very much. Thanks for coming by and giving us a first look.